Wheel Warlock is one of the best control decks in the game right now. Even though it's listed as not an amazing matchup against Aggro Demon Hunter, it still should be able to hold its own in most cases if you know how to play it. In this video, I will give you a quick guide about the deck, show you its mulligans and win rates, so if you're serious about Hearthstone, drop a like and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget you can hire me for some Hearthstone coaching. Now, let's check out the deck.
You are not prepared!
Here's the variant I used, and it's actually super low on minions. It's not even running Doomkins, which felt awfully bad, but it is actually working hella fine, and it is listed as one of the best variants out there right now, with 58% win rate and over 1,000 games. There are a few other variants out there with a bunch of Doomkins, which personally I do like quite a bit. But this variant actually felt pretty solid, and it's super consistent at actually becoming Reno nice and quick because you don't have that many 2-of cards. And you're also super consistent at pulling the big man with Loken, as long as you don't manage to draw them both before you get to play Loken, which did happen to us in one of those games, but still, you don't have that much bigger men in the other variants anyway, so it's not that big a loss. We have a couple of weapons in here. Try to actually get damaged a little bit, especially against the control matchups before you equip this. And it also helps you actually not get damaged by big fatigue numbers later on too, so you could actually save this to equip it after your Wheel of Death if you don't have your Symphony kind of deal. We have a couple of frackings. This can be extremely powerful at finding your wheel on time or just something else entirely. You could also discard Furnace Fuels like that easily, which is pretty fine. And you could also use this to actually discard Plagues if you're against the Plague Decay. So if you're expecting to be facing Helliot decks, you might actually hold on to the fracking. Even if you have it as turn 1 play, you might want to try and do it after a potential Helliot gets played against you, so you can snipe off some of those Plagues potentially. Defile, obvious no-brainer. You can definitely set up some pretty sick stuff with this. Drain Soul can help your defiles. It also is nice lifesteal and whatnot, obvious inclusion. Couple of elemental geodes in here so you can keep on damaging yourself, hence healing with the weapon, and also drawing a ton of cards. We have a couple of endgames, which help you resummon the big men through your Dark Ally Pact, your Surgeris. This guy is actually not a demon, he's a phantom. Apparently that's a thing. Like, I don't want to be racist or something, but they all look the same to me. Yeah, other than that, you don't really have other demons. The thing you get from your Forge of Wills, those are not demons. I guess the free 2 imps you get are also demons, same as the 6/6s, but generally you are going to be resummoning your Dark Ally Pact idiots like that. The locations are obviously insanely good if you manage to get the big man through Dark Ally Pact or from your Loken. We also have Furnace Fuels in here, and apparently this is something you could straight up hold on to and play on turn 3. It's still basically spend 1 card, gain 2 cards, so you get closer to your wheels and whatnot. Mortal Eradication is pretty nice against some tokeny decks. It's gonna work decently well against Aggro Demon Hunters too, I'm assuming. We have a couple of Reverberations. You could be using this in all sorts of different ways, like technically, you could even reverb your own Surgeris, clear the boards, your future taunts become +2 and taunt kind of deal. Or you could even straight up just use this on your Rush Idiot through Forge of Wills, and suddenly you have 2 Rush Idiots. They're going to be handling some big men. And obviously, you could use it on the opponent's crap in all sorts of different manner. Couple of Dark Ally Pacts, depending on how big your hand is. This is going to be up to a 9/9. It has taunt, so it is going to be saving you, and it's also a demon. Like I said, this is the main reason why we're running a couple of endgames, and that's going to be helping you actually like play this on turn 4, and after that you can follow up with Forge of Wills endgame on turn 5, if you didn't manage to actually play this on turn 3. We have Symphony of Sins, which can be brutally good, especially after you've played your Wheel of Death. Like, imagine playing Wheel, and turn after you play Symphony, you're not going to be taking fatigue damage, you're going to be top decking some high quality premium shit right there. So that's a very nice way of doing things, but it's not the only way you're going to be using it. Obviously, you could just tempo it out as well in certain matchups. We have Loken in here, tethers out one of your big men, gives you another big man to use location on, or just straight up have a big man with taunt on the board help you kind of deal. You could be doing it as soon as turn 5 like that, and that can be pretty stabilizing for you. Reno is also pretty decent in here. You do have quite a few 2-of cards, but not as many. Not as many as some of the other variations out there, so getting Reno on turn 8 is actually plausible as long as you've drawn your little soul out. And it's obviously always gonna work after you've played Wheel of Death, so that can be pretty good. Wheel of Death is a card you're not gonna be playing against every opponent. Like if you're against aggro, a lot of times you're actually not gonna be playing Wheel of Death unless you already have something like Phantomen in hand, and that way you get to play Wheel into 0 mana Phantomen, and if you've set up the Forge of Wills on the board as well, suddenly you have a couple of very big 15/15 men, which are gonna be posing some meaningful threat, and don't forget this guy has Taunt Lifesteal as well, so ain't nothing to scoff at. Wheel of Death is the win condition against most control matchups, but against aggro matchups, forget about it. You just gotta live long enough, or just build big men with help of Dark Ally Pact in endgame and just control the shit out of him. Ain't nobody got time for Wheel of Death in most cases against faster archetypes, so keep that in mind. Just because it's in the name doesn't mean you always have to win through your wheel, guys. Like, sometimes you even straight up burn wheel through your fracking and whatnot, and don't bat an eye. Like, it's not your main win condition. It's a win condition. It's your main win condition against control. But even against control, you can straight up win on turn 5 with double 15/15 with the help of Loken plus location kind of deal. So, yeah. Make sure not to be conceding if you accidentally burn your wheel or some crap like that. Sargeras, obvious inclusion. Pretty straight up solid Colossal card, clears the whole board, gives you taunts. Basically, what doesn't he do? We have a couple of table flips in here. You do tend to have like 9, 10 cards, so this does go down to 1 mana in most cases. And it's pretty nice to control the board that way. If you're against something like Control Warrior, though, don't be afraid to just straight up throw these out and make some room for some other card draw you would like to go for. So yeah, it's not something you're gonna be very, very careful with depending on the matchup. And lastly, yeah, there's the Phantomen, pretty nice card, allows you to basically play 8 mana Wheel of Death and actually drop a solid threat to go with it too. So very nice inclusion, definitely does work wonders. Matchup-wise, don't get afraid of the aggro Demon Hunter matchup as much. It is not an easy matchup, but I wouldn't say it's that bad. Like, you should still have a decent chance, just don't try to be playing your wheel. Like, I'm assuming that's why a lot of people lose. They keep on trying to play the wheel. It's not how you win. Just make some big men and hope they don't discover the return your idiot to your hand kind of deal. Mulligan wise, here's what the stats show. Not super populated, but still gives you the gist of it. Going first, I'm not sure if Dark Ally Pact is so amazing going first like that, because you are going to have a smaller hand and a harder time of drawing, so I don't know about that, but these are what the stats are. Symphony of Sin, another thing I wouldn't really hold on to straight up, especially if I'm against a faster matchup. Drain Soul and Defile, situational kind of deal. Fracking ain't bad, so you can thin out the deck faster and look for something at the bottom. Location's great. Mortal Eradication depending on the matchup. Geode is usually pretty nice. And the rest probably not so much. I would hold on to straight up Wheel of Death if I'm against something like Control Warrior, but in most other cases you try to look for it later. As for on the coin, here's what it looks like again. Wheel becomes a lot more keepable apparently. I guess you can coin it out as soon as turn 7. Endgame, I wouldn't really hold on to endgame. I'd much rather hold on to location. Fracking still feels a little bit off, but it is an okay thing to be doing as soon as turn 1 even, as long as you're not against the Death Knight, I'd say. Elemental Geode still pretty sick. Table Flip, depending on the matchup, could be great. Dark Ally Pact, a lot more keepable here. And the rest, again, pretty situational. That's about it for the deck. Far from cheap. I'm not sure if it's getting nerfed anytime soon, like people are bitching about it somewhat, but I would still say it's a pretty solid deck as it is. And yeah, I think you can do some pretty good climbing with it, as long as you're knowing how to go for it. Anyway, that's going to be it for the guide. Hope you enjoyed it. Now let's check out some of my games on my road back to Top 500 Legend. Hope you enjoy. There's Meta Slaves, and then there's those guys.
My crusade begins.
You can see these working out. This is probably mech. I'll chill for now. Okay, let's get some of that card draw. Thank you for the follow, Mystic Bane. The hell? Still Mac. Do I waste the table flip? Could magnetize onto it, you know? Has the coin and whatnot. Feels like a waste, but it's my waste. Why not put it on that? Oh, that's why. Aha! Again, no reverb on my part. Can I has? Can I top dex it? Nope. Even if I find it through this shit, it's not gonna be good enough. Well, let's get a big man in this. I guess I can start with this. I'm gonna burn one card. Reno. It's not gonna come down to Reno. Getting a second big demon through the Dark Ally Pact is gonna be hot though. That's a nice low KK. Still, I get to do this turn and this turn location end game and summon a copy of that. Don't need to be a greedy ass about it. Sad. That doesn't even die. That's fucked up, bro.
Is someone there? No,
That's fucked up, bro. Didn't even kill the man. You dick. I'm very close to Reno, by the way, but we already burned him. Okay, is this board defileable now? Close. We have 2, 3, 4, and 5. This thing needs 6. I have this thing. Shit. That's a bummer if he doesn't play it, because that was my 2 health idiot. Okay, plays it. There we go, full clear. Easy. Yeah, of course, both the reverbs. Darky blows. Sucks to be that guy. Oh god.
Created a temporal anomaly.
Okay, he's doing sick things, so I'm gonna do sick things. Not that sick, but somewhat ill. There's not even a demon, but the 9/9 is. Technically, I could have even... No, I couldn't. But next turn I could go with fracking and then Phantomin. Let me check the fracking real quick. Another Forge of Wills, you say? Let's go ahead and do that then. Oh, why did he slap? Stop it, bro. Sure. So Garrus would have been lit off the top, but it's fine. It's fine, guys. We got this. Let's just go ahead and do this guy. My tapping. I don't need to. Could play this thing actually. Table Mortal Eradication is almost enough, but not quite. Thanks, guy. Cool. I could have also looked for a lethal through the Symphony, by the way, but I don't know. I think we're always winning with this play too. Probably should have looked though.
Listen to the drip, drip, drip. My crusade begins.
Against the Demon Death Knight, I mean. Ice Snow. I know that name. Played against him. What the hell? Best card to keep? Furnace Fuel? Are you drugs? Give me some of them locations, geodes. That's something. People keep asking me what this mulligan bullshit is. It's bullshit, that's what it is. I'm gonna hold on to the fracking. I can burn some plagues like that. How's it going, Halsey? Tap it like it's hot. Tap it like it's hot. Forge of Wills would have been nice if I had a Dark Ally pact. I ain't got none. It would be lovely if we top deck it across 2 turns. Next turn I think I'm gonna plan the low KK.
You have earned an eternity.
Well, good thing we kept the fracking. Bad thing is he'll fucking do it again. Sad. What am I gonna reverb through this, man? I think the end game is what we pick, but losing both reverbs here and him knowing that, kind of a bummer. But yeah, I'm grabbing the end game. I can not overdraw here. I mean, he played the Helia before I played my wheel, so after I destroy my deck, all the plagues are gone. But after he shuffles more plagues, then the real magic happens. So yeah, I still believe it's nice curving out Helia nice and early so we can get fucked by the plagues, but you gotta save some plague action for after a wheel potentially as well. There's the wheel. Speaking of the devil. Okay, let's trade this, see if we can get ourselves a big man. We couldn't. Should I get myself a big man? I will. We're actually not running Doomkin in this one. How is that correct, guys? I don't get it. Can you handle that? You can't handle that. Try to take me out to dinner, I cancel that. Cringe. Come on, man. It's over. It's over. Figure it out. That's not how the poison thing works. Guess that ain't happening. Okay, that's not enough damage, I'd say. How was that the correct order? How was that the correct order, guys? Sudoku. The sunks. Hell yeah, on curve, no problem. The wheel? It rarely comes down to the wheel, guys. Feels like just because something's in the name doesn't mean you always win like that. Yes, the wheel might be muy importante. It will be muy importante. Yes, the where do I want my Loken? My Hoboken? I can hold on to it. Hope it doesn't get dirty ratted though. Good amount of card draw. That's also a bad dirty rat target. Anyway, then he started bashing. The damage is done. Now we can start healing. I guess a lot of the cases you could just straight up play the Furnace Fuel kind of deal. Is this one of those cases? Not really, because I'm gonna overdraw if I do that. Let's just put down the location, feel fine about it. This music is sick. Lupus.
Who's ready for another round?
Funny. There's my wheel, yeah. Now we can do them wheelies. Faux wheelies. Music is sick. I'm gonna drop this Defile. Ain't nobody got time for Defile. That's a bummer. Big bummer, big bummer. Okay, let's Loken away. Should be a decent amount of wow, it's my last minion too. Should be a decent amount of pressure. If he doesn't have Brawl, and even if he does, it's still possibly 15 to the mouth. That doesn't do what you think it does. Unless he gets lucky with an Owl and has Execute. Cool. Could have played the fracking there. I should have played the fracking big time. That was silly. Okay, so that's why he was in a hurry to do all of them things. But yeah, I always should have played the fracking there. Could have found my Symphony of Sins. Yeah, I found my Symphony of Sins. Who needs skill when you have all of this luck, guys? Answer. Riddle me this. I'll still drop this fool if he has Reno, so be it. It's not the end of the world. Could get lethal, by the way. 6 damage AoE plus 6 lifesteal if we hero power into that. It's a GG. He's gonna be looking for the double 1 mana poison weapon death rattle shit. Oh, he didn't forge. Poor bastard. You poor baby. Gotta keep track of things like that, man. Gotta keep track of those things. Ain't gonna keep themselves. What is that even? Against a Pally? What year is this? Against the Pally, you say? I'm assuming it's gonna be some aggro nonsense. This sounds about right. Some Flood Pally, maybe? Canny balls. Act your own age. Yeah. Behave. Okay, we're gonna be seeing some big men in our area real soon. Okay, let's play some of that Slap the Warlock multiplayer game. It's all the rage right now. Slap the Warlock. It ain't gonna slap itself. Okay, the file would be jolly good show right about now. Tap, flip, flip, tap. Let's go, Macau.
So many plots.
Reno. Let's give him a couple of onesies. Could have the aura to bump me for a little bit extra, but it's not that bad. Next year I'm gonna get the Dark Ally Pact, hopefully uninterrupted. Okay. So all we were asking for, a slow turn. That's all we were asking for, guys.
Any problem?
Okay. Question is, would I rather put down a low KK? We already have both the big men actually, so low can becomes redundant. Yeah, Loken's actually dog poop. Absolute dog water. Endgame off the top would be lovely. Passion. Okay, he's gonna clear this, sadly. We'll fucking do it again. Doesn't want to take it with the face. The nerve of this guy. The new top 5 is still pretty adequate, OBS. You can go ahead and check it out. If I find endgame through this, that's gonna allow me to coin out the location plus endgame. Didn't find it, alas. A course, a course. Which one do we get? Some serious risky business right now. I think the Drain Soul is the most flexible one. It's nothing to write home about, obviously, but didn't have anything that amazing at the bottom there against this guy. Okay, this gives us a little bit of breathing room, not too much. We still have a lot of 2-ofs in the deck. Both the Files, Endgames, Mortals, and Reverbs, all cards that could have helped big time here, honestly. Could have helped out massively. Reporting for duty. Still don't know what kind of hand he has up his sleeve.
What next?
I'll kill this fool. Still 4 cards short of the Defiling. I can actually point out this. Okay, that's what he has. That's not that. Wait, what? Where did Vanish come from? Oh, so he's rogue. What am I talking about? So he has the rogue hand. He's gonna mill the shit out of me, huh? Mildred. Fuck. He will mill the shit out of me, fam. Fuck am I doing in that case? I'm getting fucked, that's what.
So many plots.
That's true, I'm gonna point out Sergio. I can reverb this 1-1 right now. It's still gonna be hard for him to deal with. I'm gonna hold on to the coin, like he's gonna try and mill me. Yeah, both the fucking furnace fuels though. Piece of shit. Okay, he's not going for it so far, it seems. Does he think I'm gonna play my wheel? It ain't happening, fam. Wheel's gone. No dying wheel. Good news, I have the weapon lined up to take the damage for me. Bad news is we burned the symphony. There's the wheel. I'll coin out Sir Garrus here so we can get taunts forever. As well as a big man. He has Bran in there, 0 mana that thing. What were the other craps in there? Bran. Fuck, I can't remember. Seriously, deck tracker should have been showing this shit long time ago, but they're super lazy with their features, aren't they? So much helpful information. Like, I'm pretty sure Hearthstone already knows all of these decks, right? Instantly shows them. Okay, endgame's in this bitch. The file's still in there. Okay, that thing. Still no Highlander. There you go. Okay, let's Reno up in this bitch. Should I put this fool? I don't see why not. I'm gonna summon a couple of big men here. Yeah, we're not gonna have room for the small men, but who needs small men anyway? Am I right, ladies? Okay, get it together, Kris. Oh no, stop healing me, bro. I'm into that shit. Figured it out, guys. Figured it out. The win streak intensifies. Okay, well, that was awfully pleasant now, wasn't it? Alrighty guys, that's gonna be it for today. Hope you enjoyed the stream indeed. We did a nice little bit of climbing. 3 hours, the plat. Ain't nothing wrong with that.